Team USA didn't medal in the FIBA
Congrats,
World Cup.
Germany. Congrats on taking down the buzzsaw that is Austin Reeves, Bobby Portis, Walker Kessler, Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson. I mean, you did it. Good work.
You're stuck in last week. That's 2 losses ago. I'm more interested in talking about how Dylan Brooks gave us 39 in the bronze game.
Congrats. We sent our damn C team. I'm so sick of talking about this.
Dylan Brooks gave us 39.
Yeah.
I don't care if that's you and me. He gave us 39. What is this?
We'll see you. We'll see you at the Olympics.
Okay. You're not upset about this at all. You don't care.
Don't care.
That's such an insane take.
Do not care.
You don't care at all.
I'll see you at the Olympics. I didn't care once this roster was picked because they didn't care.
We got a medal at least. Like, we had enough to medal in this tournament.
Maybe.
You don't think we did?
Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. But once they picked this roster, they didn't care, so I don't care.
Did Anthony Edwards care?
Yeah, Anthony Edwards cares.
Did Villanova care?
God, fucking Villanova.
Let's not ever make a Team USA centered around like a college core of friends again. That's my one thing. And they didn't even play bad. Mikal Bridges had the Ray Allen moment, but
yeah, I mean, if you're gonna make it around friends, do it around like, first team All NBA friends.
Yeah, banana boat friends, not Villanova friends. Okay, so how do we even talk about this then? If you just don't care, you've just moved on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I'm not gonna fake like I care. I don't.
All right.
Dylan Brooks going for 40 checks out because Austin Reeves was probably guarding him, and he can't guard anybody.
And Austin Reeves was what, the second best player on this team?
Nah, I think it was like Edwards, Halliburton.
Okay. Jaren Jackson, 2.9 rebounds a game.
Not a FIBA guy. Not a math podcast. # not a FIBA center.
I think he might not be a rebounds guy.
I don't think he's a 4. I don't think he's a center. I think he's a 4.
He definitely thinks he's a point guard.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Which I respect.
Which we like. Yeah, I just think he's not a rebounds guy. Because on paper, shouldn't he be the perfect FIBA big? Like shot block and step out.
Yeah, but the last part of being a FIBA big is you got to be extremely physical and a rebounder.
Mo Wagner's not extremely physical.
Mo Wagner is more physical than Jaren.
That's an indictment on Jaren. Sorry, but it is. Okay.
Also, Mo Wagner was playing the 4.
Do you care that Jaren fouls constantly?
Huh?
Do you care that Jaren fouls constantly? Like that plays him in NBA too. Like he just can't stop fouling.
Yeah, it's at a certain point he's got to stop. It's like, like eventually he'll get over his foul issues. Well, what is it? I mean, come on now. Like, he's got that huge bag and all this is going on. Like, it's not that hard to stop fouling, to be honest, either. Like, no one would blame him if he maybe played a little bit less defense, if it meant him staying on the floor so that he could not foul. And for me, all the Jaren fouls are I don't want to make it sound, but all of them are like stupid. Like, he doesn't earn his fouls. Like, he gets like touch fouls and like reaching and, or I would call them lazy fouls. He's not getting his money's worth on his fouls, which makes it even harder to grasp the fact that he can't stay out of foul trouble. But he just got eaten up as a FIBA 5.
Yeah. I don't get the fouling thing. I was going to ask you on that, so thanks for sharing your thoughts. I don't get how you can just not stop fouling. It seems easy to just not foul if you know that's a problem. Like, because this is now like year 5 of like, this happened at Michigan State, it happened in the NBA, now it happened in FIBA, and he's pretty aware of it. Like, he's taught, like, I need to stop fouling, but I can't. It's not like this is like a drug addiction. Like,
yeah. So we reached that point of the episode. G, let me put it on. Where's my Albion hat? Where's my I played D3 basketball hat? I'm about to walk you through something here. All right. There's some keys to not fouling. One of them is just making sure you're in the right spot. If you're in the right spot, it's way easier to not foul. Sometimes, for as good as a defender he is, like, he's a great defender. Don't get me wrong. And he does find himself in the right spot a lot of the times. But if you find yourself in the wrong spot and you try to make up for it, that's how a lot of the fouls end up happening. And to me, it should be easy for Jaren to stop fouling because I think it's literally just a mental thing. That's all it is. I think he just makes mental mistakes. And some players' mental mistakes lead to turnovers, or some players' mental mistakes lead to bad shot selection. His mental mistakes lead to fouls, and fouls are obviously you can't have that. You got to be in the game. Turnovers, bad shot selection, shit like that. That really doesn't have an effect necessarily on your ability to stay in the game or stay on the floor. Fouling does. So it's just it puts it under a microscope. It makes it a lot worse when I guess you want to put on the downfall or the area he lacks is something that directly affects him staying on the floor.
Yeah. Okay. Germany, should they be celebrating? Like, obviously they're celebrating this win, but like, is this like a monumental German basketball moment? Like, if you don't care about this for USA, can Germany care?
I don't want to comment.
Will you please comment?
Yeah, Germany should care. They should. That's good for them. They sent their best players.
This is what you didn't want to comment?
Germany sent their best players, so they should be very proud.
But okay, on paper, is Germany's best players better than USA's C team? If you were picking rosters from those two pool players, how many German players end up on the team?
I mean, it's totally different than best players I'm picking for FIBA. It's different.
Okay.
I might pick a more Germany's players for FIBA. Yeah.
Okay. Dennis Schroeder, clutch, killer at the end of the games.
Different when he's not going 4 for 26. Special.
What about the Wagner brothers? Like, does this matter?
Franz is nice.
Is Franz going to be like an NBA dude? Like, what's his ceiling in the NBA? He already is an NBA dude. That was a stupid question. But what's his, like, is he an all NBA third team guy ever?
I think he's an all-star.
Okay.
I think he's an all-star. Right now I can't envision him being on an all NBA team though.
Okay.
I would bet on the no. I bet on the no all NBA team, but I feel like you might sprinkle on plus odds. Franz becomes an all NBA player one year.
I think there will be a moment in his career where he's a top 15 player in the league.
Really?
It might not last long, but I think like he's probably top 30 right now is how I'd feel. Top 30-ish. Like,
he's probably in the 40, 50, 40 range. Because if he was top 30, I think he'd be an all-star. You have 15 dudes. You have 15 dudes each on the all-star team, right?
It's also different between like player versus asset, because like, okay, Kyrie Irving, better basketball player than Franz right now. We'd agree.
Yeah.
Would you rather have Franz Wagner or Kyrie Irving?
Franz.
Right. So there's probably 20 players ahead of Franz on the player list that you are not taking over Franz. So,
right. Yeah. True.
You wouldn't take Franz over Cade going back, would you?
No.
Not even a hesitation?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Availability, biggest ability? No? Don't care?
I'm good on bratwurst.
We're turning injuries off? Okay. What about Canada? Should Canada care? It's a big moment. A lot of people wanted Canada-US in the title game. Instead, it's for bronze, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander crossed up 3 guys at once.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they brought their best players.
Did they? Because Jamal Murray didn't play.
He was hurt.
He didn't play. We can't write off and say they brought their best players when Canada's best player didn't play.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is their best player.
Jamal Murray is their best player if he's on this team.
Are you saying Shai Gilgeous-Alexander isn't better than Jamal Murray?
I'm saying, who would the Nuggets rather have in the NBA Finals?
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Jamal Murray.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Jamal Murray.
Stop it. Stop it. That's asinine.
They wouldn't trade. The Thunder want SGA. He's the perfect 36-5 guy on a 500 team.
Yeah, understood. I mean, not everyone gets to play with Nikola Jokic and whatnot.
You've seen the bubble. You've seen Jamal. Don't minimize Jamal right now.
Yeah. You pointed out to the fact that I led with Tucker and appearances. You led with your Jamal Murray argument with you've seen the bubble.
I'm sorry. That might be the funniest moment for me in podcast history when you're like, there are things Mel's good at too, like photo shoots. This is what I've been trying to get through your head for 2 years, man. Catchphrases and photo shoots. And now this. Okay. All right. Final thoughts. Team USA. I don't care. That's it. That's all I'm getting from you.
No, not. I'll see you at the Olympics. It's up. It's smoke for the rest of the country.
How many players from this Team USA team are on the Olympic team?
2 max.
What two?
I think Edwards and Halliburton have a chance of making it.
You're really into Halliburton. What am I missing there?
I don't know. I really liked Halliburton this tournament.
Okay.
I think he's pretty special.
I know he's good. He's just one of those guys, like, for whatever reason, I can't get into his herky jerky way of playing basketball. I don't know.
Yeah, I just stopped paying attention to the herky jerkiness, and I was like, this dude's kind of special. Passing ability is crazy.
Yeah.
And also, he's also for as herky jerky as that shit is, he gets it off and he makes it.
He kind of reminds me of like if Denzel Valentine actually hit in the NBA. Like that's what I thought Denzel could have been.
I see
wrong.
that.
I was wrong. Okay. Presented by Big B. Some breaking news I want to actually talk about quickly. LeBron James is spearheading an Olympic team movement. Have you seen this? This happened live on the pod. LeBron James is going to represent Team USA at the Paris Olympics, and he's spearheading a group of future Hall of Famers, including Steph Curry and Kevin Durant, that are prepared to commit.
That's what I'm. It's smoke for the Olympics. It's smoke. We'll see you there. Meet me there. Don't beat me there. I'm waiting for the text, Brian. Spearhead me. Pause.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I'd be a good FIBA big.
Would you? So LeBron saw Dylan Brooks drop 39 and said, "No more of that."
Dylan Brooks versus Bron in the Olympics. I can't wait. That's what dreams are made of.
Maybe that's the turning point for Dylan Brooks. I'm just saying, 39 in a bronze medal game. I mean, that's going on his fridge for sure, right? Like,
yeah, all that to just stink it up in Houston.